Warning! This video blog or vlog could contain harsh opinions or foul language. If you do not appreciate said content or material, well, you could just fuck right off.
Alright guys, before we start part 2 of this little adventure of ours, we want to give a quick disclaimer. Like, we knew where this was going, and we kind of hinted at that in part 1, but even we weren't prepared for what happens.
This gets very explicit, very graphic. It's not the worst thing it could possibly be.
It's not. But
it's mild as far as this kind of thing goes as it pertains to the internet, but it still gets pretty sexually explicit. So if you have small children
Yes.
in the room, get them out, give them $10, tell them to go play in the park or something, send them to get ice cream, I don't know.
Or if you have like your old grandma or grandpa in the room, that's like... It gets really bad.
Do not watch this in a coffee shop without earbuds in.
Or work. This is definitely not safe for work.
Not safe for work unless you happen to work in a place where this is acceptable. But yeah, no, this is gonna get bad. You've been warned.
The torture continues.
Okay, and we're back.
Us.
So in case you came across this and didn't come across part 1,
we were just about to get to the part where the physical manifestation of Donald Trump's Republican National Convention speech comes to the writer.
comes
that was a bad choice of words.
Arrives at the hotel room of the person who wrote it at midnight. Okay.
Right. Where were we?
Well, he just admitted that if it was, I'll read the last sentence of the last paragraph.
Right.
The speech was handsome as hell, and as the one who crafted him, I take quite a bit of pride in saying this. I'm not gay, but if I was, I can't deny that I'd probably find myself a little turned on by his midnight arrival. What's wrong, I ask? You don't have a place to stay tonight? The sentient speech shakes his head. You didn't give me one when you wrote me. You didn't give me anything, he explains. A surge of guilt suddenly pulses through me. He's right, after all. While my first draft of the speech had been concrete and multifaceted, this version is just a pretty face, gorgeous and triumphant on the outside, but completely lacking any substance. Well, maybe he needs you to fill him with substance.
Oh, God. You can't.
You can't go stay with the Tromps? I question. They don't want anything to do with me, explains the living manifestation of my own political rhetoric. I just gained sentience today, so I'm not technically a citizen. Trump calls me an illegal. He hates me and says I'm a criminal. Well, he is an undocumented citizen. I let out a long sigh. This is all my fault. And now this soulless but well-meaning speech is my responsibility. Alright, you can come in, I say, opening the door. What's your name? Sherpo.
What? Okay. We'll just
The speech looks past me at my rather nice hotel room, his eyes coming to rest on the single king bed. There's only one bed, he observes. As I mentioned before, I'm not gay. But I'd be lying if I didn't admit that the way Sherpo makes note of this sends a sharp chill down my spine. The handsome living presidential nomination acceptance speech steps inside and my heart starts to race even faster, realizing just how muscular the sentient collection of words truly is. I was told to make him easy on the eyes, and that's exactly what I did. As the speech walks past me, our hands brush, and suddenly both of us have stopped dead in our tracks.
Oh no.
Our eyes locking in a strange moment of heated tension.
Oh no.
Neither of us dares make a move, but we're both thinking exactly the same thing.
Oh no.
I made you very well, I say it. The words leaving my lips with an almost involuntary ease. You did, the speech says with a smile. He hesitates for a moment and then finally continues. I may be empty and full of factually dubious fluff, but there's no denying that there's a connection between us. I don't know why I started reading like that all of a sudden.
You're getting into it, buddy.
Oh, jeez, it's just so... Okay. You did, the speech says with a smile. He hesitates for a moment and then finally continues. Oh, wait, I just read that. He's right. I want this sentient collection of conservative political pandering, and I want him now. I closed the door behind us. What are you doing? Asked Sherpo. Suddenly consumed by arousal, I dropped to my knees before the handsome speech, grabbing a hold of his thickening... Is the speech naked? Because there's no mentioning of removal of clothing. The speech is naked, apparently.
Go on.
Okay. Suddenly consumed by arousal, I dropped to my knees before the handsome speech, grabbing a hold of his thickening rod and beating him off with an enthusiasm that surprises even myself. And apparently the speech is not wearing clothes. You figure he would have mentioned this at the beginning of the... what? It's just close. Gone. The sentient arrangement of words looks down at me warmly, as if he has been expecting this. You like... I can't even read that.
Go on.
I know. You like that, Dick? He questions playfully, making it painfully clear that he's well aware of his own devious charm. It's amazing, I offer. I had no idea that I could be so attracted to the physical manifestation of my own political rhetoric. Believe it, the speech says confidently. This is like the worst Daniel Steele novel ever.
Or greatest.
Or great. I don't know. I've never read a Daniel Steele. I just know that it's this kind.
How far into this?
I don't know.
I'm kind of curious.
I don't know exactly how long the eroticism itself goes.
You're gonna hate me. Where I am, page 9.
Oh my god. I'm gonna start just reading more quickly and just not being fazed by what I read. Just keep going. His swagger is alluring beyond belief, drowning my better judgment even more in wave after wave of lustful attraction. I am falling for Sherpo and falling for him hard. After a good while of stroking, I open wide and take the speech's massive cock into my mouth.
I don't know if we should read this whole thing.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder. Like, I'm already demonetized and completely, like... I think I've been removed from the partner program, too, actually.
I don't know if we should read this whole thing. We'll see how far we get.
Wrapping my lips tightly around him as I begin to pump my head up and down across his leg. His cock is big enough, so that's quite honestly a struggle to get down. But I do my best to service him. My lips are stretched tight, barely able to contain his girth. Holy shit, it's an anime!
Are you thinking hentai?
That's still anime. Hentai is a division of anime. It's still a Japanese cartoon, which is anime. Which is why I can't get into the Squid Game. I'm like, no, that just sounds wrong. Anyway. After a good while of modestly my ass! We're about to be your ass, but... after a good while of modestly sucking him off like this, I finally go for it and push my face all the way down onto the full enormity of his rod, somehow relaxing the muscles in my neck and taking Sherpo in an incredible deep throat. Having never participated in a gay experience before, I'm shocked by my own sexual prowess. Savoring every moment as I gaze up at the speech with my head fully impaled across his shaft. Oh god, he's giving blowjob eyes now? The living statement holds me there for a while, placing his hands against the back of my head and waiting until I've just about ran out of air before he lets me up. I erupt in a frantic gasp, sputtering as I try to collect myself and reeling from the newfound gay lust that courses through my system. I want you to pound me, I tell Sherpo frantically. Want you to slam my butthole right here on this hotel bed. See, there's something about that phrase that is just so not erotic. I want you to slam my butthole. It's like...
Well, then why'd you say it to me last night? I mean, whoops.
Because I thought you were drunk. I mean... This would be a lot easier if your fiance was at least within earshot to be able to pipe up.
Oh, she's gonna hear all about this. Let's just see how far we get before we just like, nope, can't do it.
Can't do it. Like, I am not, like, before I said this.
We're getting close to that point.
Right, like, I'm already as, like, I feel dirty. Oh, okay, I want you to pound me, I want you to... Just saying that blasé is funny. I want you to pound me, I want you to slam my butthole right on this hotel bed.
Oh, damn it, I shouldn't have interrupted because then I could have used that out of context of you just being like, I want you to pound me, I want you to... Damn it, now I just did it.
And remember, we're posting this on my channel, which means I can re-download the core files anytime.
Oh, God.
Gladly, the speech accepts with alluring confidence. I stand up and say, well, since apparently this speech knew what was going to happen because he didn't have any clothes on... I stand up and walk over to the bed, tearing off my shirt and pants as I go. See, now that's not how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to let the other person take your clothes off. What? And then throwing them to the side. Talk dirty to me, I say. Leaning over the bed and reaching back to spread my asshole open for it. Oh my God. Sherpo saddles up behind me and places the head of his mammoth cock against my tightly puckered back door. Amber waves of grain, he offers. What? I guess that, I mean, this is a manifestation of a Republican rhetoric speech. So, of course, that's going to be his first go-to when it comes... You know what? Next time I'm with my girlfriend, I'm be like, Amber waves of grain, bitch. Amber waves of grain, he offered. Fuck yeah, I groan, enjoying the tease. Small business doing well. Okay, this has gotten less bad. Like, this is becoming really fucking hilarious.
Oh God, keep going.
The American dream, a bald eagle, fireworks. I suddenly let out a loud yelp as Sherpo thrusts into me, his enormous dick stretching the limits of my anal depths. I am overwhelmed with such a strange and unfamiliar sensation of both discomfort and pleasure. But as the handsome speech begins to pump in and out of my asshole, I find the discomfort slipping quietly off into the background. Soon enough, it is gone completely, and my senses consumed by a deep, radiating pleasure. Law and order! Law and order! The speech begins to say over and over again. One of the many key phrases that I recognize from his creation. Law and fucking order in this tight little butthole! This is so wrong. Pound me, I scream it out in frantic encouragement. The speech does as he's told, slowly speeding up within my ass until he is absolutely jackhammering away at my aching rectum. It shouldn't be aching. That's the bad side. I reach down between my legs and grab a hold of my hanging dick, my shaft rock hard, as ready to go as I begin. My shaft rock hard as ready to go as I begin to pump my hand up and down across its leg. Make my ass great again! Oh my God. I command. The speech doesn't let up for a second, giving it to me with everything that he's got, and then eventually pulling out in order to flip me over. I soon find myself splayed out on the bed with my legs in the air, my back against the comforter as the living rhetoric positions himself once more for entry. When he pushes... This is so gonna get demonetized. Like, this is gonna get me banned from YouTube. Now you see, what's really funny is I could instantly not get banned by just being gay, but unfortunately that's not the way things are. Let's see. My legs in the air, back against the comforter as the living rhetoric positions himself once more for entry. When he pushes inside this time, I'm ready for him, finally accustomed to Sherpo's awesome girth. I beat myself off to his movements yet again, stroking my cock in synchronicity with every drive up my throbbing, satisfied anus. If your anus is throbbing, that's a bad thing.
How do you know this?
Because I've had women let me do them in the butt before.
Right. Good save.
Not a save, it's true. Where I made me lose my place. Yeah, throbbing sad. Where's the B? There's the B. I beat myself off to his movements yet again, stroking my cock in synchronicity with every drive up into my throbbing, satisfied anus. I could feel a strange, blossoming pleasure growing inside of me with every pump, coming in surreal waves of warmth that pulse through my arms and legs. Soon enough, I realized that this is the first hint of an incoming prostate orgasm. Oh my god, that feels so fucking good, I groaned. You're going to make me blow my fucking load. The speech is built with a heavy portion of competitive arrogance, and I can tell that he sees my words as a challenge.
Oh no.
The next thing I know, he is giving it to me with the force unlike anything I could have ever imagined, slamming my butthole with reckless abandon as I quake with lustful enthusiasm below him. Every thrust within my depths builds the tension more and more until eventually I simply can't hold back any longer. I'm gonna come, I scream, my voice morphing and twisted into a long, frantic cry that echoes throughout the hotel room. Let me be your voice, the speech tells me forcefully. I am your voice. Suddenly the sensations release within me, completely overwhelming my being with a blissed out wave of pleasure. That's really a blissed out wave of pleasure. I throw my head back and shut my eyes tight, my body unable to contain the feelings that are cascading through it. Hot ropes of jizz eject hard from the head of my cock, shooting off into the air and then splattering back down onto me and painting my toned abs in a beautiful pearly pattern.
I don't know how much more we can do. Just kidding.
I'm pretty sure that right there was what just got me kicked off of YouTube.
We might not be able to enjoy this because it's going to be like flagged.
Right? Like, the 7 people that still watch my videos are going to be very disappointed in me.
I subscribe for this.
It's like, fuck, for the last year and a half, all he's done is posted himself streaming video games, and now he finally posted actual video. It's just him reading gay porn. Sorry. I can tell that Sherpo is right there with me, damn near ready to erupt for himself as he pounds my ass with all of that factually dubious might. Cover my face, oh god.
Oh, say it.
I don't wanna.
Say it.
I don't wanna.
Say it.
Cover my face with your load, I command. My own sentient speech suddenly pulls out of my asshole and climbs up onto the bed, frantically hovering over my body as he beats off his rock-hard dick. I look up at him and smile, opening my mouth wide.
Oop, my bad.
Oh god, it's sticking out my tongue as I accept the oncoming torrent of jizz. I don't have to wait long, and soon enough, Sherpo is clenching his teeth tightly, hissing through them as the spunk begins to blast hard from the end of his absolutely mammoth rod. Rains down onto me in rope after rope of sticky white semen, painting my face completely. It's a lot of jizz. I try to catch as much of the cum as I can with my hungry mouth, swallowing. Once I finally had my fill and letting the rest of his seed splatter across my lips and chin and down my neck. When my speech finally finishes, he collapses onto the bed next to me, the two of us completely delirious and fucked silly. That was amazing, I tell the speech, smiling warming. I think it was supposed to be smiling warmly.
Yeah.
I think I might love you. That's your first mistake. Never tell someone that you love them after you... no. Sherpo smiles back, but there is something vaguely distraught lurking behind his expression. What is it, I question. I know that you love me, the sentient political message says. I was written to be loved, but it's all surface level. You don't have to pretend with me. I know there's no real meaning. He's right, and I know it. It's okay, the speech assures me, standing up and heading for the door. Wait, I call it still naked. Wait, I call out, causing Sherpo to stop in his tracks. The conservative political statement turns around and looks back at me, revealing the pain in his eyes. You might be completely inaccurate, and you might be deeply pandering, I offer, but you're my pandering speech. And if someone out there is going to take care of you, it might as well be me. You really mean that? The sentient collection of words asks. I nod. Of course I do. I wrote you. You're my responsibility now. Maybe instead of fucking over America, you can just start fucking over me. I give Sherpo a playful wink and he smiles in return. I love you, my handsome speech tells me. I love you too, I say. Unlike the words written on the living speech before me, I actually mean it.
Oh wow, that was. Oh, it comes with a bonus story. That's why it was so long.
Oh, okay.
But we're not doing the bonus story.
Doing that. that was bad enough.
Oh my God. For those curious about the bonus story, we have President Domald Ness's Tromps pounds America's butt.
No.
But I think we're done.
No.
That was
enough butt pounding. That was terrible.
That was horrifying.
That was very, very horrifying.
Oh my God.
It's like I can't decide like what the point of that is.
I think it's just to give everyone like a what the fuck sort of thing. Kind of like the images you should not masturbate to book I gave you. Where it's just like there's no point. It's just to screw with you.
Right. It's.
Oh my God.
I'm still stuck on the fact that he forgot to give the speech any clothes.
I might need some liquor. I know you don't drink anymore.
Oh, you could go ahead. You go right ahead. Have one for me if you gotta. That was awful. That was awful.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this experience. I don't know what else to call it. It was an experience.
And if we're taking bets, does anyone want to bet in the comment section below how long it takes for this video to get flagged or get me kicked off of YouTube entirely? Which I don't really... I at this point, I mean, I've had a couple ideas of videos to shoot, but I just haven't... It's one of those things anymore. Like, I really do need to get off my ass and shoot the one that's really been stuck in my head for the last 2 weeks with the tentative title of The Problem with YouTube Advertisements.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother...
And for those who followed me as a QJ, I mean, I'm back doing videos. Shameless plug, I know, but I'm back.
Who said you could show a commercial on my channel, bitch?
Alright, that was terrifying. Let us never speak of this again.
We will never, ever speak of Domald Tromp.
Let's just pretend this never happened, even though we're uploading it.
Hey, look, a lighter.
Burn it down. Burn it all down.
Burn myself down.
Hey, did you get all that, man?